We've got a show tonight coming up at, 8 o'clock. The doors open down at Cook County Saloon. Wes Mack, welcome back to Edmonton, man.
Thanks for having me once again.
All right, let's talk about the last year. It's been crazy for you. Shania Twain, you've been on tour with. You got a brand new single out that we just started playing at CFWE, Wicked Tune. What's the last year been like for you?
A lot of it's just been hanging on for dear life in a positive way. Basically, from finding out fairly early in the year that we were going to be going out with Shania, which was, insane. It was just a lot of prep for that, spending time getting our show piece together, getting our shows together for, like, summer festivals and that kind of thing. And then, an album, that came out in September that was 3.5 years in the making. So there's a lot of sort of final details to deal with there. So it's been really quick, and a lot less long-term planning and a lot more just executing things day to day to day. But it's been a fantastic bunch of months.
Now, like you said, that album came out in September. Tell us about it, the music that people can expect to hear on it. And, when the official product was done, how you felt?
I mean, this album, for me, it was, 3.5 years in the making. And when I started it, I had no record label, no manager, no agents. Really, it was me. And I basically decided, back in 2012 that I was going to spend a year just working on songwriting. So I wrote, and I wrote a lot of grants to be able to pay for some of the recording costs. And the plan wasn't to record a full album, it was just to, do some recordings. So the initial recordings, I think we did a duet for a song called Heart Back Home. It's also on the album. And only on, the success of duet were we able to, continue along and do a lot of other stuff. And that opened up a number of doors for us. So now, having that out there is again just really satisfying to have people actually be able to hear the music that I've been working on over the last 3.5 years.
Now, your album, of course, is called Edge of the Storm. You have songs in there like Duet and Before You Drive Me Crazy. We're going to talk about your latest single in just a few minutes, but let's go back a few years ago and how you got the love for country music.
I mean, I've been playing with a band, I guess, since I was 13 years old. So this is something I've always kind of, my father was a musician, so that kind of thing was always lying around the house, and it was always something that I was interested in. I don't really know. I mean, I think somewhere along the lines I was playing in a band when I was a teenager and had aspirations to be an NHL hockey player, but probably didn't have the size for it. And my bass player at the time suggested, like, oh, man, I want to be a career musician. And I think that was the first time I sort of considered that as, like, an actual possible thing to do. I guess I haven't really questioned it too tremendously since then. It's just always been something that's attracted me, the idea of being able to tell stories and do something creative on a day-to-day basis.
Now, you got the show coming up tonight at Cook County. Tomorrow night, you're going to be in Calgary at Cowboys. Where does the road take you from there, Wes?
It's going to be after Calgary. Again, we're doing a couple of club shows here, and then we're meeting back up with Shania in Regina and doing a couple of shows there with her, and then we're heading on to Grand Prairie and Prince George. So it's kind of a pleasure that we get to go and rejoin that tour that we were initially just on for, 14 dates or something like that, and then they asked us to come back. So apparently we didn't screw up anything too badly.
I know I've asked you this before. I got to ask you again. You're about to go on tour with Shania, rejoin her on her tour. Have you pinched yourself yet?
Yeah, you really do. Like it was such a roller coaster, and that we finished on a tour at the end of June, and we were really happy with how it had gone. But there was like a feeling of kind of sadness. Like, oh no, we're done with this, and it's. 2 weeks later, we got off a plane to go to a festival show and got a phone call that they asked us to come back for a few more. So that was, again, it was like, I joke about, that we didn't screw anything up too badly, but it was a really nice kind of confidence booster, if anything, to get to return to that, because it's really like being able to, go out and open for her and sing with her every night has been sort of the highlight of my musical career.
Let's talk about the new single, Way You Drive Me Crazy. Tell us about that song.
Yeah, Before You Drive Me Crazy, that one was an interesting write. It's a song idea I've been playing around with for a little while. And I was writing with a fellow I know down in Nashville named Mike Wilshire, who produced the track. And he, on the day of the writing, maybe 5 minutes into the write, he asked, do you mind if my friend Rick comes by and enjoys the write? He, has written a couple of number one hits on the Tim McGraw's songs. Like, oh, yeah, bring him for sure. And when we got there, Rick sits down, he takes out his guitar, and he puts his head down on his guitar. And he didn't say anything for, like, the first half hour of the write. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, this guy has a wicked hangover and is not going to contribute anything here. But then sure enough, at, like, minute 31 into the write, he perks up. And he goes, like, Yeah, I have a thought. This could be totally stupid, but just hear me out. And he spat out pretty much the entire chorus, word for word. I don't think we changed a lick of it. And Mike after the write was like, "Yeah, we're just kind of like a coffee machine. You got to let him like percolate for a while. He'll just come up with great ideas." So I've subsequently written with him again. It's the same deal every time. But again, yeah. So that was for me. One of the national writing sessions, like very early in piecing this record together, we were fairly certain we wanted that to be sort of the lead-off major label single.
He's playing a show tonight at Cook County Saloon in downtown Edmonton. Tickets $24, wicked deal. Doors open at 8. Wes Mack, it was a pleasure having you on, man.
Thank you so much, man.